Hey guys, Anna here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build. In today's build, we are in the sporting space, which is up near the park, the kind of square, the veterinary lot in the world of Brindleton Bay. I should have started with that. We are in Brindleton Bay and we are doing our second pack restricted build for the week for the expansion Cats and Dogs. And this is a lovely build. If I mentioned it, I spoke a little bit about this build in Tuesday's video. So if you've seen Tuesday's video, you may recall. If you haven't, it is available now on the channel. That is a beautiful a 3x2 bedroom coastal build that we did that has a very Hamptons type style to it. This has a little bit more of a traditional style. I would say it still looks a little coastal. It definitely looks like it's more in the like the suburb type areas, which it is. It's in that central square. And this was a build that I had mapped out on grid paper, which is why you can see that I started with the floor plan. You can always tell when I've built something, like designed something, because I just kind of use like the wall tool and kind of pencil it out. So it's a very basic layout. You walk into the open space, which has your dining and kitchen. You go through the central doors, you go into a hallway that leads you to the front room, which is a master bedroom, bathroom. Down the hall is a second bedroom and a living room that has a porch, sliding doors to a porch, which leads to your outside area. Very simple floor plan, but it's very effective, and I would love to live in this type of home and play in this type of home. It'd be so much fun. And this build just came together so quickly. I could have used the fencing and stuff from the pack. I decided not to. I do use the spandrels. We do use the foundation that comes with the pack. And I do use some of the items that I didn't use in Tuesday's build. I do like to make sure that I use all the items. That way I can get a better scope. So as we mentioned on Tuesday's build, we know we like the build and buy for cats and dogs. And this build, if you would like, it is on the Sims 4 gallery. My gallery ID is Antoinette44. It is in the description below if needed. More on this home. So the area I struggled with the most would have been the roof line. So I've cut most of it out, but I probably changed and chopped and changed this roof about 4 to 5 times. This is the final product of it, so you won't see that now, but I really struggled with the shape. And I have been finding that that has been an issue with some of my builds is my roofing. It is an area that I want to get better at, but yeah, I think it might be a goal for 2025 for me is to improve my roofing. Because sometimes when you build based off a floor plan, your exterior, your roofing, it doesn't really align. And yeah, so I know internally this build is lovely, but it's just trying to tweak it and get the spacing right so that the roofing and the exterior looks like. So this is mainly the final kind of exterior to this home. I like it. I like the layers of the gabled roofs, and we then start with all the windows. Now, the windows that come with cats and dogs are lovely. I really loved this little bay window section. So cats and dogs came with a lot of like these bay insert couches, which is very, I think it's very apparent in kind of that like Hampton style. So we do put in a bay window at the front of that dining area, and you'll see very shortly how that looks. It's just so cozy. And yeah, I did struggle with the wallpaper because of the paneling type foundation. I found that I wanted to mix a couple of the textures because we got a couple of different slidings with cats and dogs, and I just was trying to work out what went. So in the end, we do go with, I believe it's a beige and a blue, and more of a scalloped, do we, or do we go, yeah, scallop kind of roof tile. I like it. All right, so we are doing some of the landscaping. So we start by mapping out where we want our plants to go. I just find this helps me visualize how it's going to look. I've gone with some terrain paint. At this stage, I'm still trying to make this house a little bit affordable. In the end, it doesn't stay affordable. I think it is about 30,000 simoleons, but it's not hard to achieve. Like, that's not too difficult. I feel like there are definitely ways you can make money in The Sims really quickly. So I don't think it's too much over budget, but I couldn't help myself, put it that way. Like, I was just, and also with that much fencing, you could get rid of the fencing in the back, and that would probably save you quite a bit of money there. I love these trees. So these trees are in the Build and Buy catalog for the pack, and they're actually really lovely. I didn't use this roof detailing in Tuesday's build, so I've added it in here. I think it's nice. And we've gone in with rugs. We got lots of rugs in this pack. Lots of rugs. Just a lot of standout items in the pack. We've gone obviously with a base game kitchen. And at this point, I'm still trying to be a little bit affordable. So I've gone in with a cheaper fridge and the cheaper counters and whatnot. I do, remove a counter just to make it a little bit more smaller. I did start with a dining table in that area. I do, in areas where we do have kind of like a bay window, I do like to put a dining room. But then I remembered that we had those kind of bay windowed insert like lounges. They're like triangle lounges. I think we've got them. Is this the only pack we've got them with? I have a feeling it's either this pack and then City Living, or potentially just this pack that has them. I love it. The second I put it down, I was like, yes. And it just kind of pairs in with that blue theme. And we do put in a hutch. They're the type of furniture items that make me love this pack, because they're just so versatile. You can use them in multiple different types of homes. We've gone in with that barreled flower pot, I guess. So in Tuesday's build, we were talking about standout items, and it's pretty much the whole pack. I outlined how this pack was very cohesive. I love those curtains. Love, love, love. There's something so like vintage but cozy about them. So good. But an item that we decided that this pack lacks was definitely the plants. But other than that, such a solid pack. And if you do not have this pack and you are looking for a pack, I would recommend this. This is a pack I would recommend from gameplay through to build and buy. Create a Sim does lack a little for me, but yeah, at the time, this was such a stellar pack. All right, so we are just adding in the final touches in this room just to make it all cozy. So we've gone in with some bats and some hanging decals, and I tried to use this the wall planter object, but again, I didn't like the texture of the plant and the greenery, so I decided not to use that. So this is the majority of the front section of the build. I do just add some upper cabinets, and I believe we are then moving down the hall into the living room. So gotta have your pet bowl, bin, just all the functional things of a kitchen. And I think I add a plant on the dining table. Yes, yep, just a small plant. Okay, so we are moving into the living room. It's a weird size living room because it's very rectangular, as opposed to square and being open. I could have made it a little bit more open, but I decided not to. Decided this looked just as good. We've gone in with the couches. We've repeated those curtains pretty much throughout the whole house. It just ties it all together. Some of the swatches on the couches are a little bit out there, but it's not too bad. I think if you use all the other furniture from the pack, it's cohesive. Again, I love those chairs. Those are beautiful chairs, those dining chairs. So we've put in a computer, put in like some lighting, and just put in some furnishings. I do put in a bookcase as well. And that's pretty much all for this space. You then have, I probably put in a pet bed of some sort. I think I have a dog in this home. I want to say, I don't believe I put any, as I'm saying it, there is a cat item, but whether I put in a litter box, I didn't put in a litter box on Tuesday's build, so it would not surprise me if I had forgotten in this build. This build came together fairly quickly. I don't know, maybe I was on a roll. Sometimes that happens when I build. If I'm really in a creative mood, I can just slap a build together really quickly. And yeah. All right, so this is the bathroom. We do have the one bathroom in this home, so you will see this one. As I mentioned in Tuesday's build, we have a new tub. And I've just put in a shower. This is actually a fairly decent size bathroom. We've gone in with the blue tones just to match the color scheme of the build, the rest of the house, and yeah, just used. I don't really use that bath cabinet item a lot, so it's good to use that piece. And yeah. So that is the bathroom, just cluttering up that space, and then we'll be moving into the master bedroom. So I guess, all right, if there was one gripe, I would say that the swatches are a little bit funky, and as we get into the earlier builds, as we get into the earlier packs, you will see a common theme there. They are getting way better at that, especially if they are collaborating with the community. Like all of the content creator kits are just been so wonderful. I know that they've got, so yeah, I am interested in doing like a build where I just use base game and the kits. I feel like you would get a decent build. But it'd be interesting because I feel like kits are, they have a theme, and it's like whether those themes would all cohesively go together in one build would be an interesting challenge. It'd be interesting to see. All right, so I'm just putting in some curtains. I do change the color scheme for the second bedroom. I really love this kind of mustard yellow color. So a lot of these curtain swatches match the bedspreads. So I think this bedspread, the bedspread in the master bedroom would match perfectly with this, but we've made a child's room. I actually think it's an infant's room. So it's an infant's room or a toddler's room. I think because it was a little bit small, I decided to go with that. But I also thought about this would be a really perfect home for a newlywed couple. They're having their first child potentially in this build. And yeah, I just think it's a perfect size for that, and it's central. Maybe a veterinarian lives here. I don't know. Possibilities are endless. And yeah, so as we are doing the final touches on this build, I add in a cat tree. I still have not seen a litter box anywhere, so I have failed in that department. If you do download this build or Tuesdays, make sure you add a litter box if that's something that you want to do. I apologize immensely for that. We are just jumping around the build and adding bits and pieces and making sure that it looks all well furnished. All right, we are moving outside, and at this point I'm just trying to see what's missing, see if I can add some more skill building. I already know I've blown the budget of a starter home, so I'm just kind of leaning into it and furnishing it the way that I would like to furnish it. Such a pretty home. Love this build. All right, so we've got a chest table and we've got our grill, and Cats and Dogs does come with 2 picnic tables, one with an umbrella, one with not. So I've gone in with the one with the umbrella, gone in with some a pet toy box, and I believe we go in with some monkey bars. Oh my god, I totally forgot we had these mailboxes, the custom mailboxes that are like cats and dogs. Totally forgot for Tuesday's build, but I did include it in Thursday's, which is today. Don't know why I said that. I did include it with today's build, and yeah, I love it. So yeah, put some planter pots and gone in with the monkey bars. I believe we are just adding, yep, so we're just going around with our landscaping. So I put some trees down. I like to then start with my bushes, and then I can go in with all of my plants. So, hydrangeas, are we surprised? No, we are not surprised. I wanted to keep it fairly minimal. Again, I'd already blown budget at this time. I could have used debug. Debug would have helped. I don't think the debug menu for Cats and Dogs is like ultra special. I think it's fairly standard. Again, this was a newer pack. It's an older pack. A lot of the newer packs have better debug menus, but yeah, I still think it's nice. Just added some pops of color in there with the different colored flowers, and we've gone back in to just top up the terrain paint under the trees, under the planter plots, just to make it look, it's actually looking like it's grown out of the ground. Even though it's a Sims, it's you know, it's all about the little things and making sure that it looks good. All right, so we are putting in some final touches, some lights around the exterior of the build, and I believe another mat, yep. And then we are live in game and we are going to do the tour. So I've just changed the lighting around. The lighting isn't the best on this lot, but I just really love this build. It just really cozy exterior, very simple. So you walk in and you have that open area. So you've got that seating area, your dining, your kitchen. And I'm just putting in a range hood. Yep. We then head down the hall into the master bedroom. Love the colours in there. Into the bathroom, which has so much room for a litter box. Down the hall into that little area there. I've just put in a second bookcase. Why not? Into the main living room. Really spacious. Just changing the furniture. Why not? The colour scheme. And then we will be going into the infant's room, our last bedroom for the home. Love the colours in there. And then to the exterior, this is the back. So we've got like a nice sitting area. You've got a chest table, a grill area, play equipment for an infant. Love that. And that is the build today, guys. If you have watched till the end, thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.